Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Can you all see the screen? PPT has started.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Let us have Mangalacharanam prayers first. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Padandikam Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Great pleasure and gratitude to welcome all of you devotees for today's session of Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit. A very happy Ekadasi to all of you. Before we move further, let me hear this music to my ears from all of you. Please tell me how many rounds you have chanted today for the Ekadasi day. Please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Only 9 rounds in the morning, Prabhuji. After that, started work, Prabhuji. After the class, only I'll have to do the rest, Prabhuji.
Hari. I will finish on time. Yes. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranams, Prabhuji. I have completed 32 rounds, Prabhuji.
Hari. Wonderful. I'd like to know. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So far, 24 rounds, Prabhuji.
Haribo. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, mine 14 rounds.
Prabhuji. Kalikumar goes to 14.
14 rounds completed, and at least 4 more rounds I'll do.
Okay. Anything obstructing your chanting?
Not really, Prabhu. I was going through some drama today. It was so interesting. I spent quite some time.
Live drama or recorded drama?
No, recorded drama from iskcon Chowpatty.
What is the hurry? You could do it after.
No, I just got it and I started seeing that. And also I spent some time for ITR filing. That also took some time.
You waited for the last day. And the last day came on a Ekadashi day. You should have known before.
Right. Actually, I get it done through my another.
Then what is the problem? If it is self-filing, then it takes time. What about
he was constantly asking several data, those things.
So you should chastise him. Oh, you chose a Ekadashi day for this. You should have done it before.
Yes.
It is his responsibility.
Right, Prabhuji. I'll take.
I don't know. Going forward, I am going to be a little strong in my language.
Sure, Prabhuji. It's for our finish, for our correction, please.
So, those devotees who can tolerate, please continue. Those who cannot tolerate, I don't know what I can say.
Yes, Prabhuji, in past also, your correction process has helped us a lot.
Because chanting is a priority. Chanting is the priority. The
Yes.
prayer. Nothing else is. Chanting is the prayer. Of course, there are exceptions. There are exceptions. Supriya Mataji was saying that there are exceptions. I'm not saying everybody will have such exceptions, but to miss a Ekadashi, morning chanting, we should feel very much, very, miserable about that, so that we will never do it again. We have to plan in advance. 1 day, 2 days, 1 week in advance. Oh, Ekadashi is coming. You know what is Ekadashi called? Madhava Tithi. Yes? Anyone heard?
Yes, yes.
Madhava Tithi, Bhakti Janani, Jatane Palana Khori. Chaitanya, Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, this is Madhava Tithi. Bhakti Janani, it is a creator of Bhakti. So every round you chant on Ekadashi is worth many times more. Why you want to slog missing this special day? Ekadashi takes you on an express train. Every one round produces 100 rounds of value. And you miss it. And then tomorrow onwards you'll start slogging. Why miss a special day like this? Due to improper planning. Something could happen on the last minute. Everybody should expect. Oh, something can happen and may spoil my plan. So let me look at everything in advance. Make everything ready so that on Ekadashi nobody will disturb me. I will become busy with my chanting. You should not allow anyone to come in the way. This is between you and Krishna. Do you have anybody more important than Krishna in your life? How can you allow anything to come in the way? Ekadashi comes only twice in a month. And it is Krishna's mercy that he has given a day like Ekadashi, where you can make rapid progress. See, these are all gifts of Krishna, but we curse, Oh, Ekadashi has come. We curse. Oh, I cannot eat anything today. Oh, I have to observe so many restrictions today. And Tulsi worship. Oh, what is this? We are circumambulating a plant and singing some song, doing some arati. What is all this nonsense? But actually, these are all the mercies of Krishna. So that a fallen soul like me can also make progress. Bhakti Devi, Tulsi is Bhakti Devi. She is the giver of Bhakti. What do I deserve? Do I deserve Bhakti? Not at all. But Krishna is making so many arrangements. He is giving Bhakti Devi, he is giving Ganga, Yamuna. They give Bhakti and his spiritual master and the scriptures. So many things are given to us. But we are still lazy to take full advantage. We are lazy to plan. We are lazy to organize. We are lazy to meditate on these things in advance. That is the problem. Yes, we will hear from other devotees.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, 32 rounds.
32. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, 20 rounds Prabhuji so far.
20? 20.
We'll do further. 20 rounds Prabhuji. We'll do for Prabhuji. Further also I'll do.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. That is really nectar to my ears. Yes. Who else? Meenakshi Shankar Mataji is here or not?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. I'm very much there. And all that you spoke was for me only today, Prabhuji. Because I planned everything and I'm sitting from 11:30 to chant, but I have been able to do only 5 rounds. I got distracted somehow, but then I read the Bhagavad Gita 2 chapters and I read some amount of Bhagavatam, but I have not been able to do much rounds. I've taken a sankalpa also, but still I have not been able to complete.
You read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam at the cost of chanting?
No, Prabhuji, I got distracted. So in order to bring me back, I was
What
reading.
is this? What is this? This is simply an excuse. This is simply a trip in fantasy. This is a fantastic trip, that's all. In the process, you have some happiness. I read Bhagavatam 2 chapters, I read Bhagavad Gita. No, not at the cost of chanting. 16 rounds, I'm not asking more. But how can we make chanting our second prayer? That means we are not understood. We are listening, we are hearing so many classes, we are reading so many books, we are participating in so many services, but still we have not understood. What is Prabhupada's message for the age of Kali? Is my life so nice that I don't want to get out of this material world? Am I so happy? Then of course we don't need spiritual life at all. If my life is so happy, and I think it will continue to be happy forever, then no need for spiritual life, because we have already achieved spiritual life. But if anyone feels, no, this is not the place, this is Dukhalayams, certified by Krishna, I don't want to continue here. Why? I have got a rare human form of life. And I've been so blessed to be connected with iskcon, to hear the scriptures. And the essence of scriptures is Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranasanam Pranamo Dukha Samanam Tam Namami Harim Param. Bhagavatam you are reading, the 18,000th shloka of Bhagavatam is this. The last shloka, conclusion. Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranasanam. And that is from where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu takes up in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's all chanting, chanting, chanting. Why chanting becomes less priority for us? Is it because we are not able to continuously chant? In the middle of one round, I am distracted. So I have to start again a new round. So instead, let me read a book. I can read 4 pages, then continue from 5th page. But in chanting, I cannot halfway close around. Is that the problem, Mataji? I'm only
No, Prabhuji. No, Prabhuji. I
or I
really
feel
do not know,
sleepy.
Prabhuji.
The moment I touch my beads, I feel sleepy. Is it the reason?
No, Prabhuji, not that way. But I don't know, Prabhuji, on some Ekadashis, like last Ekadashi, I was able to successfully chant 32 rounds. But today, I don't know what is the reason, Prabhuji. I was not able to concentrate. So that's why I took the lamp and I sat with the Bhagavad Gita book and I read few slokas and then I'll get back after the class.
Consistency is the virtue in spiritual life. Not that 2 steps up and 4 steps down. That we should not do. Not that I am saying that 32 rounds was bad. No, 32 rounds last Ekadashi was really good. But again, this time 5, that's not good. At least let us become consistent with our 16 rounds. 16 rounds. Those who are able to do 32 rounds, very good. But not that 32 today and 0 tomorrow. Not 16 is the minimum and I will not compromise. This is for myself, no? Am I doing it for somebody else? We are doing for our own benefit. This is the message we have received from Prabhupada and from the Parampara. Prabhupada has reduced it from 64 to 16. Still we feel, oh, 16 is too much. But Prabhupada said, no, I cannot reduce it further. I will take you back home, back to Godhead, if you follow these things. 16 rounds per day, non-negotiable. And still we think it is negotiable. I can compromise on that. Am I willing to compromise on my spiritual future? We don't know when death is coming. We don't know. And then where I will start next time? When I will get reconnected with iskcon? When I will get reconnected with Krishna consciousness? We are taking big, big risk with our life. Something, see, this is why they say, Prayana Alpaisha Sabya, Kalavasmin Yuge Janaha, Manda, Sumanda Madayo, Manda Bhagya, Upadrita. We are all like that, Kali Yuga creatures. That is why we need the Acharya, that's why we need the Parampara. We are Kali Yuga creatures, Manda, Sumanda Madayo. We are misdirected. We have dull heads. Manda Bhagya, unfortunate people. Upadrita, always disturbed. The calling bell is ringing, somebody is coming, somebody is going, something I forgot, I should do it right now. ITR file. But why? Why am I willing to compromise on my spiritual life? That I allow something else to come in the way of my spiritual life. Why do I do that? I want to hear from you because I am facing the same problem in my life also. Why are we willing to compromise on our spiritual life? Would you like to discuss this point? Any of you? Do we have some greater priorities in our life that we are forced to compromise on spiritual life? Can you think of something like that? Life or death situation. If I chant, I will die. So I cannot chant. Like that. Is there anything like that? That something else is more priority. I should do it now. If something else has become more priority today, that is precisely because I neglected it before. I neglected it before. So it is becoming priority. That's called firefighting. When do you have to fight fire? When you are negligent that a fire starts. You are keeping kerosene, you are keeping a lighted lamp by the side, then you are keeping a lot of dry paper and leaves beside that, and then suddenly a fire starts. Who asked you to keep all these things close together? The fuel and the fire? Why did you do that? And then we complain, no, how can I do? There is a fire here. After I put out this fire, another fire started in another corner. Then I have to run and put out that fire. This will become the rest of our life. If we don't plan and organize ourselves, our whole life will go in that fashion only. So we got a rare chance, but we blew it by our negligence, by our carelessness, by our lack of appreciation of what is being given. Prabhupada at one time told, somebody arranged a town hall meeting. And town hall meeting, they went, and there were 3 people in a hall capacity 1,000. Prabhupada shouted, that is why I tell you, you charge them. Why do you give it free? Because they don't know the value if it is given free. They won't appreciate it. Put your tickets. They must pay something. So the problem with iskcon is it makes everything free. So we think, oh, I can come and go anytime I want. I can go to iskcon or I may not go to iskcon. I can take it or leave it. We become very, very casual. And in the process, our soul suffers. This one lifetime, we are so anxious about this one lifetime. What is special about this one lifetime? We have had so many lifetimes before, and we are going to have the rate at which we are going to have so many more lifetimes. Am I remembering my last lifetime? What is the heck? My last lifetime, I have left so many businesses unfinished. What is happening to me now? Do I remember? Did I make a success of my life? Did I take care of my children properly? Did I bring them up? Did I settle them nicely in their lives? Have I made them devotees? Have I settled all my bank loans fully before I died? Did I do all my commitments to my parents and family before I died? Gone, forgotten, finished. Like that, this is one of the many lives. But I am very identifying with this body, that this is me. Even though this body is changing all the time, but I still want to identify with this body only. Even though I am a spirit soul and this is a material body, still I want to identify with it. I don't want a spiritual body. Krishna is waiting with a spiritual body. He wants to give it to me. Come on, Dukhalayam Asasudam, be done with it, finish with it. Come back to me for a life of eternal joy. Why do you want to? You can never complete your responsibility in the material life. Do you know that? None of us can fully say that at the time of death I have done everything, pakka, materially. Not possible. It is never going to happen. But if you take spiritual life seriously, then Krishna will do. Actually, I don't know how many of you, there is a shloka in Bhagavatam, I'm not sure, but it is quoted in Bhagavatam by Prabhupada. If someone takes to Krishna consciousness, but they have not completed many other karmic responsibilities, like Sandhya Vandana, Shraddha ceremonies, and other puja, vrata and all, Krishna has got 33 crore sages. They will do it for this devotee. Because a devotee is unable to complete the responsibility because he is busy with Krishna. There are sages, servants of Krishna. They will complete this job for you. Like that, Bhagavatam says. So we should not be too anxious about other things. Our anxiety should be only about our own spiritual life. Okay. So does anyone want to say anything before I proceed? My strong words are to myself also. Don't think I am speaking from a pedestal. I am a great man. And no, when I speak to you strongly, I am speaking to myself also. Somehow I completed my quota for Ekadasi, which I have kept for myself. That quota I completed. Only by accepting that as a commitment. Otherwise, I could never have done it. But accepting a commitment, then I'm able to do. I'm seeing interestingly, even though today morning I had 2 classes also in between. I had to do the translation service in the temple, and then 11 to 12, I had a class. But with all these things, I was able to complete my quota well in time by Krishna's mercy. Not that I will be able to do it next time also, but I have this aspiration that I should try to complete my rounds as quickly as possible. Whatever target I have, I should try to finish it first. And I should make all the plans in advance, previous day only. When I will go to bed, when I will wake up, when I will take my bath. At least in my mind, I should make all these plans. That way I am telling Krishna, Krishna, you are my priority. I am doing my best. Man proposes, God disposes. I am making this plan sincerely, Krishna. Please help me. He is sitting as Paramatma in my heart. So he will do the needful. Hare Krishna. So now we go to today's class. I usually review the past class a bit, but today I will skip that. So Prabhupada is seeing some strange things happening in iskcon, and he is very disturbed by that. Prabhupada stopped translating also because this anxiety is eating him. What will happen to iskcon? My devotees are becoming influenced by my God brothers back in India. And these God brothers are telling things to them like, there is only one Prabhupada and there is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Your Guru is Swami Maharaja. He is not Prabhupada. He has no right to that title. And they are also telling, there is no one spiritual master. There are many spiritual masters. You can go to anyone and you can learn. Like that, they are poisoning their minds. And they are telling, your Guru has not told you everything. I don't know what they told. Maybe they even told your Guru is junior to all of us. He has not told you many things. And come to us, we will teach you those things. And they told, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati has written many books. It's not enough if you read only your Guru's books. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's books you must read. And you must gather so much knowledge from that. So these things, the Indian devotees are writing to America temple. So everybody is becoming confused. And the confusion is manifesting in the form of negligence, carelessness, mistakes, indifference, disrespect. Prabhupada is noticing all these things. And Prabhupada is very worried. Prabhupada says this is dangerous to iskcon. So let me dwell on this a little bit. Danger to iskcon means what? iskcon will die. So what? Prabhupada will go back home, back to Godhead. He has gone back. He came from there, he has returned. So why should he worry about danger to iskcon? It is for our sake. Because iskcon is the institution for the next 10,000 years through which these books will be distributed, which will save the lives of millions of people and turn them towards Krishna. So Prabhupada's anxiety is not for iskcon. Prabhupada's anxiety is for the future generations, for the next 10,000 years. All our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, Prabhupada is anxious for them. Right? So Prabhupada finds that if they start disrespecting Guru, if they start taking Guru lightly, by the way, there is a meaning of the word Guru, heavy. One of the meanings of Guru is heavy. Guru's words are heavy. Guru must be taken seriously. Guru's words should not be taken lightly. So, when they take Guru lightly, then they are finished. Their spiritual life is gone. One cannot approach directly Krishna. Not possible. Prabhupada says. There is necessarily you have to go through a Guru. Why? By Krishna's arrangement. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Whose words are these? Can anyone say? Who gave this shloka and what is the meaning? Any one of you?
Prabhuji, Krishna told this to Arjuna.
Bhagavad
Yes.
Gita.
Bhagavad
Yes.
Gita.
And what is the meaning? Yes. The meaning?
2. This one, Prabhuji. 34th verse. Learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master, inquire from him, and render service to him.
See, so Krishna is sending you to Guru. Krishna is not allowing you to come directly to him. To know the supreme absolute truth, approach a spiritual master. This is what Krishna is saying. Serve him humbly and inquire submissively. Then he will give you the truth. He will teach you the truth. He will give you the realization. Is it not what Krishna is saying? So when you go to Krishna directly, he will say, sorry, come in the proper channels. And proper channel is Guru. Self-realized, God knowing in the parampara system. Only through that person we can get. But if you disrespect your Guru, if you don't know how heavy Guru is, Guru's words are, then where is our hope? We can never get Krishna. So that is why Prabhupada is anxious that They are taking Guru cheaply now because influence from India is coming and they are taking Guru cheaply. So Prabhupada is anxious to protect iskcon for the coming generations. So we should not see spiritual master as a relative concept. One spiritual master is more read, another spiritual master is less read, one is expert, another is not so expert. This kind of relativity should not come. Guru means tattva, Guru tattva. There is Krishna and Balaram. Balaram is Guru tattva. He is not different from Krishna. But especially for acting as the Guru tattva, Krishna expands into Balaram. So Krishna is the Jagat Guru. But for connecting you to Krishna, he takes the Guru tattva. Then the Guru parampara. The whole Guru parampara represents the Guru tattva. So Prabhupada is anxious to protect. And so this disease is coming from India. Prabhupada is aware of that. And he is also making plans how to overcome. But his mind is always dwelling on that. How can I change things? How can I change this? So Karandara is remembering that this hampered Prabhupada's writing also. That is priority for Prabhupada. What is that? Translation work. But even that gradually stopped. Prabhupada is spending more time meditating on the problems and talking to visiting senior, serious devotees and discussing the problem with them. While Prabhupada continued with his other routines, to the normal, ordinary, neophyte, beginner devotees, Prabhupada did not say anything. Prabhupada even said, don't disturb them. This is an administration problem. Don't disturb them. They are doing their bhakti nicely. Don't disturb the beginner devotees. So there is a message for us here. Whatever I say, there is message actually in Prabhupada Leelamrita. So this message is that better to be a humble, simple devotee in ISKCON. Never become judgmental towards others. Who is doing right, who is doing wrong, and then talking about that, commenting about that, criticizing that, finding fault with others. This will destroy our spiritual life. Unless you are given a responsibility. Supposing somebody in the temple calls you and gives you a particular responsibility, then you should take it. And in the discharge of your responsibilities, you have to do things nicely. But when you don't have responsibilities, why you observe faults in others? If you start observing faults in others and you start commenting even in the mind, then your spiritual life will gradually be killed. The plant of bhakti will dry up, wither away. So we have to be very, very careful that we should not find fault with others. So Karandara is saying, Prabhupada did not want to disturb the ordinary devotees. Prabhupada takes responsibility for them. So if you and I remain simple, humble devotees, simply practicing 4 regulative principles, chanting 16 rounds, serving in our own way, Prabhupada's movement, then Prabhupada will protect us. But the moment you aspire for position, power, prestige, puja, labha, pratishtha in ISKCON, then you will be pulled away. Then you will face amazing dangers from Mayadevi. So not that you should not accept responsibility. When responsibility comes, you should take. But when you don't have the responsibility, don't act like that. That see, so-and-so is doing wrong. They must be corrected. These people are not doing properly. Festival times, they are not handling properly. Why? Do it. Why comment about others? This is for our own protection. So Prabhupada continued other routines. And he wrote letters to Gurudasa and Tamala Krishna about the problems, what is coming up. They are serious senior devotees. And Prabhupada wrote there that some disciples are trying to gain control of ISKCON for themselves, for their own benefit, selfish interest. They are trying to gain control. How? By sidelining Prabhupada. They want to sideline me. They want to put me in the background and they want to take control. So Prabhupada is saying, one should not have any personal interest in ISKCON. It's not an ordinary movement. So, but in the class, Prabhupada will mention only indirectly so that normal devotees will remain unaware. They will not get disturbed. Their sadhana will not be disturbed. So we should also be like that. If you observe something in the temple, and then you go and share it with a fellow devotee, his devotion may suffer. The price will be on you. Krishna will say, oh, you went and disturbed that devotee. He was doing nice sadhana, but you put poison into his ears. I will take away your spiritual life. So be very careful what you discuss with other devotees. Say only good things. Share only good things. Negative things, don't observe. If you observe, if it is not your business, ignore it. Even if you have a responsibility, you should understand your responsibility perfectly and then only act. Simply finding fault with others could be a sign of envy also. We must be very, very careful. We are all ordinary beginner devotees. We are full of anarthas. So we should be very careful about finding fault. So, and Prabhupada had gone to San Francisco for Rath Yatra, and some people blocked him from sitting on the Rath Yatra cart. In every Rath Yatra, Prabhupada would sit on top. Nowadays, we have Prabhupada's statue. In those days, Prabhupada would personally sit. But this time they said, no, Prabhupada, don't go and sit there because there are some hooligans. They are creating some trouble. Don't go and sit there. Like that, they stopped Prabhupada. But these people were sitting on the chariot. So Prabhupada noticed they are losing respect for the Guru. So Prabhupada was discussing all these things. So then Prabhupada wanted the temple presidents to meet and discuss how to create a GBC body, GBC Governing Body Commission. Prabhupada wanted to create to manage the iskcon. Prabhupada wanted that. Instead of he handling all the responsibilities, he wanted to create a commission with his senior devotees, and through them all administrative responsibilities will be handled and Prabhupada will not be disturbed. In the beginning, they will have some doubts. They can refer to Prabhupada, but then they have to manage. So see, by this one action, Prabhupada wants to perpetuate iskcon. Prabhupada is the founder trustee of iskcon. But after he is gone, what will happen? So Prabhupada is making sure that the governing body commission consisting of 12 people will be there to represent Prabhupada. Even when Prabhupada is alive, the GBC came into existence. And after Prabhupada departed, GBC entirely took over the administration of iskcon. And by Prabhupada's will, that means we must see GBC as representative of Prabhupada. We have no business to criticize the actions of the GBC. After all, they are doing only administrative decisions. We have no business to comment on that. We have no business to criticize GBC to others. If you criticize, it is like criticizing iskcon, it is like criticizing Prabhupada. Spiritual life will be finished. And that is the purpose of GBC. Prabhupada wanted. And the presidents came back and said, Prabhupada, we want that there should be one person in charge of iskcon, not that a commission. Prabhupada said, you have not understood. The very purpose I am sending you is that there should be a body, not one person. So again and again they discuss. And they find Prabhupada is very ill and is in great tension also. Why? For us, not for him. If iskcon is destroyed, nothing will happen. He will go back to God. His anxiety is for us. So Prabhupada had invited 3 very senior trusted devotees to come to him from other temples. Rupanuga, Bhagavan Das, and Tamal Krishna Das. These people Prabhupada invited to discuss with them the problems, what he has observed. And when Tamal Krishna Goswami, he met Prabhupada, he found he was very tensed up, looking down very sorrowfully, and he was looking very ill. And you know what Prabhupada said? Take me out of this place. Will you? Take me out of this place. Tamal Krishna was shocked. Guru Maharaj is asking me to take him out of here. Why? This is his temple. But Tamal Krishna said yes, because you cannot say no. So he said yes. Then Prabhupada said, where will you take me? So Tamal Krishna Maharaj mentioned a faraway place from the east coast to west coast. But Prabhupada said, no, the fire is spreading everywhere. Take me even farther away. Then he said, Europe? He said, no, Europe is also not good enough. So Prabhupada decided, I will go to India. I must leave this place. I must leave this place. And I will go to India. So Prabhupada is making some serious comments. The threat to iskcon, Prabhupada is taking very seriously. Then the meeting takes place with these temple presidents. So Prabhupada says, some people want to push me into the background. They want to make me out of reach of disciples, because there was one incident. Some disciple visited Prabhupada and he said, Prabhupada, I wrote you a letter, but you have not given me a reply. Usually you reply quickly, but this time reply has not come. Prabhupada said, I don't remember receiving any letter from you like that. Then Prabhupada looked at his secretary. Secretary said, Yes, Prabhupada, letter came, but then we decided not to show it to you. Prabhupada became very upset. Then secretary explained, many letters come, I first see it, then I consult senior devotees. If they say it must go to you, then we send it to you. Other letters are disposed by the other senior devotees. Prabhupada became very upset. How can you do that? You are censoring my mail. Somebody writes to me and you don't allow me to even see it. So Prabhupada got one more proof that he's being sidelined. So on July 28, 1970, Prabhupada dictated his GBC order. GBC order, by which Prabhupada created a governing body commission naming 12 persons. These 12 devotees will constitute the governing body commission. They will run iskcon as my representative. While I am alive, they will be treated as zonal representatives. They will take responsibility for different areas of the globe. But when I am gone, they will become executors of iskcon. Executor is a technical term, legal term. Usually a trustee will appoint executor, or anybody who has a wealth, they leave behind a wealth, they will appoint executors. They will know the will of the trustee, the founder of the trust, and accordingly they will act. So that way, Prabhupada is completely trusting these 12 people and is telling, these are my direct representatives. While I am alive, they act as my zonal secretary, but after I die, they will be the executors. So Prabhupada clearly established this governing body commission. And Prabhupada said, as far as temples are concerned, we have a treasurer, we have a president, and we have a commander. And Prabhupada said, this system is very good. It can continue as far as temples are concerned. But now, at the apex level of iskcon, I am creating GBC. The entire iskcon administration will be the responsibility of the GBC. Do you all understand? Do you have any doubts on this? Because these are important for us to know. Any doubts, any questions about GBC?
No, Prabhuji. Clear, Prabhuji.
These 12 people appointed by Prabhupada, Prabhupada has given the entire structure. Supposing one of them dies, then what will happen? GBC will always have 12 people. So there are sufficient arrangements how the 12th person will be elected. Supposing one GBC falls down, he leaves iskcon. For all these things, provisions are made. But in any case, there will be always 12 live GBC members, and GBC will be run by them. All administrative decisions will be taken by them. But you don't take initiation from GBC. For that, we have sannyasis. So there are two parallel systems in ISKCON. Some sannyasis may be in GBC also. There may be some grihasthas also. So GBC is an administrative body. But the sannyasis are your gurus. They are the people who give you initiation. They are the Siksha gurus, they are the Diksha gurus. And they act as that. But the sannyasis also, for administrative reasons, they must obey GBC. Sannyasi cannot say, I am sannyasi, I am above the GBC. No. Please understand. So Prabhupada created a very clear logical system. Administrative decision Prabhupada has made so that ISKCON can remain in perpetuity without conflicts. Very clearly, the domains are laid down. GBC responsibility for some areas. Sannyasi responsibility for some areas. There is no overlap. When it comes to GBC matters, even sannyasi is bound by that. So there can be no dispute. Nobody can go to court. You know, in Gaudiya Math, everything went to court, up to Supreme Court. Cases are still going on. But Prabhupada ensured that will not happen by dictating this GBC order. Then Prabhupada also described the role of sannyasis. Prabhupada said, I am making some sannyasis. These sannyasis, I will take them to India. I will train them. And through them, I will carry out preaching activities throughout the world. And these sannyasis will depend on Krishna. So in the process, they will become purified themselves. They have some material desires that will also become purified. At the same time, they will disseminate Krishna consciousness to the general public. So Prabhupada created sannyasi order separately, GBC order separately. Then Prabhupada did one more thing on July 29, the following day. He dictated Bhakti Vedanta Book Trust order. He created a separate account for Bhakti Vedanta Book Trust So iskcon and Bhaktivedanta Book Trust are separate. BBT is separate, iskcon is separate. iskcon is for the temple preaching work. GBC is meant for printing, publishing, distributing books. Right? So this is the beautiful arrangement. Even if all temples are gone, BBT will remain. Even if the temples fail, BBT will continue to distribute books. And you and I became devotees because of books only. It is books that are so powerful. By reading the books again and again, simply by touching Prabhupada's books, we get a, ecstasy in our body. So Prabhupada wanted to make sure that the books will not be affected by problems in the temple. BBT is separate. GBC, iskcon separate. BBT is separate. So BBT business is they have to go on printing books, they have to distribute the books, and whatever income comes, use it for printing more books. So he has protected the money that BBT earns. Others cannot take it away, saying, I want to build this temple, I want to do this, give me a loan, nothing. BBT is insulated by Prabhupada. There are other things, other details we need not know, but Prabhupada said, BBT will be there. And BBT, he said, will have one more responsibility. They have to create temples. Apart from printing, publishing, they have to build the temples. The temple funds will be provided by BBT. Why? Because by book distribution, a lot of money will come. 50% will go for printing work. Nobody can touch that. Remaining 50% will go for building new temples. They will give loans and they have to be repaid. So this is the arrangement. And Prabhupada said especially 3 important temples in India. What are they? Mayapur, Vrindavan, Jagannath. And Jagannath. Prabhupada wanted 3 massive temples here. And the devotees were all surprised because up to now, iskcon in the West is small temples, right? Small temples. Except this London, that is also a rented place only. Only Los Angeles is the own temple, somewhat big. Others are all small temples. So they never thought Prabhupada wants big temples. They thought Prabhupada wants to do preaching only, that's all. But Prabhupada is opening new plans here. Huge temples he wants to open in India. So devotees are amazed that Prabhupada is having, how the institution is growing. Yeah? By distribution of books, a lot of money is coming. Now Prabhupada is having plans for using that money to build huge temples apart from perpetuating the distribution of books also. In no way book distribution will suffer. Temples will not be built at the cost of books. Very clearly, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati had told him, if I get a second chance, his guru told him, if I get a second chance, I will demolish all my temples and mutts and I will use every brick, I will sell it and use it to print books. So he told Prabhupada, whenever you get money, print books. So that is the order, and Prabhupada is not forgotten. But now the next stage is coming. Next stage, there is surplus money. So use it to, so they are supporting each other. BBT is supporting the temple, temple is supporting BBT. Like that, Prabhupada is making some amazing arrangements. So now, so devotees are surprised. Earlier, Prabhupada said, I will never leave America. You are all my fathers. I am your adopted son. I will stay here only. But now Prabhupada is saying, I will go to India and I will take the sannyasis to India and I will train them and send them all over the world. Like that. So Prabhupada is speaking, my guru faced the same problem and he left the planet. I am facing the same problem. What is that? Politics and diplomacy have entered iskcon. Our iskcon has been penetrated by politics and diplomacy. Some of my beloved students are influenced by Maya. Some disrespectful activities have entered. We have discussed it already. So I have decided to retire and divert attention to book writing and nothing more. So Prabhupada said like that. In future, I will focus on book writing only. This is 1970 July. Prabhupada is saying, no more administrative work. All my time I will give it only for book writing. Why? Because now GBC is there. GBC will run iskcon. I will not be troubled and my time will be. So Prabhupada's meditation is not that he will become free and relaxed. I will retire. The word retire means different things to different people. For Prabhupada, retirement means full-time book writing. For us, retirement means easy chair, or a rocking chair. That is our retirement. But for Prabhupada, his retirement is for writing more books. This is one more incident that happened. Devananda Swami, he's a sannyasi. He is filling up a form for Prabhupada, immigration form. So there are many questions. So one of the questions is, have you indulged in criminal activities in the past? Have you ever been indicted in a court of law for any such criminal activities? So Devananda Swami is asking this question very casually to Prabhupada. Prabhupada became very angry, upset, and he chastised him. This is the question you ask your spiritual master? So many things. But let us understand what should be our attitude towards a spiritual master. You can choose your spiritual master after a lot of study. Take your time. But of course, we have limited time. We don't know when we will die. But still, we have to, selecting a spiritual master is a responsibility for us. So we have to do it carefully by observing spiritual master. Like you see, His Holiness Jayapataka Goswami Maharaj. We see him. I know from the year 2008 that he has been in bad shape. Bad shape. He met with a stroke. He became a vegetable in the year 2008. He was in JJ Hospital in Bombay. Then he was shifted to Bhaktivedanta Hospital. Somehow he revived, but not completely. His eyes are still frozen. His part of the body doesn't function. He has to be assisted by so many people to sit up, lie down, go to the toilet. Everything he needs help. He cannot even speak clearly because there is paralysis of all the parts of the body. Then his liver failed. Then his kidneys failed. He is now living on other people's liver and kidneys. And then he was attacked by corona. Again and again, his immunity went down. And because of that, he contracted many problems. But he has not slowed down. Rather, he has only increased his speed in the service. So we are seeing this, that the power of the devotees who have surrendered to Prabhupada. But when Devananda Swami asked such a question, Prabhupada wanted to teach a lesson. You should not look at your guru as an ordinary human being. He's a superhuman, that's what Prabhupada says. You should see him as a superhuman man. Anyway, so the Prabhupada eventually left for India via Japan. So Prabhupada was in Japan. At that time, Prabhupada spoke to Tamal Krishna. He said, don't be disturbed by all these things that have happened. What is it? The various threats to iskcon and how Prabhupada became angry, upset, ill. Prabhupada said, don't be disturbed. We are not going backward. See, Prabhupada's vision. We are thinking, oh, serious problem have come. Oh, what is happening? No, what will happen to iskcon? Prabhupada is telling coolly, we are not going backward. We are going forward by the creation of GBC, by the creation of BBT, by Prabhupada clearly pointing out the mistakes what others have done and clearly giving solutions. So Prabhupada says, I will reveal everything to you. I will rectify everything. Prabhupada is giving that confidence. And he has done. ISKCON has lived to see today. Prabhupada passed away in 1977. And soon after that, there was chaos in ISKCON for many years. But out of the chaos, ISKCON has come out more strong, not weak. Today is really a worldwide movement with more than 600, 700 temples across the globe. And Rath Yatras and book distribution and sannyasis and teaching programs, online teaching. So much is going on. So ISKCON has not become weak. So Prabhupada said, my strong words and criticisms are meant for enlightening the disciples. Prabhupada is not really angry. Prabhupada is feigning anger. Right? So this is spiritual anger. So it is to warn them. In their interest, out of compassion, Prabhupada became angry. And to show them the subtleties of Maya. Now, can anyone speak on this? This word, subtleties of Maya. What does this phrase mean? What do you understand by this? Hare Krishna. Please speak quickly. Don't delay. We are running out of time. Subtleties of Maya. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
The plans of Maya is so subtle and it attacks us in so silently and so subtle way that we cannot even understand. And by the time we understand, probably we might have become victim.
Our spiritual life may be finished and we may not even know. We may think, oh, I am an advanced devotee. I am 10 years now in ISKCON. I have got a position in iskcon. So many people respect me. So many people look up to me. But your spiritual life might have been already finished. You may be giving nice classes and people may be appreciating, oh, so nice class. He speaks so nicely. But your heart may be like a stone, like a rock, so dry. Not a drop of moisture may be there. You will realize that I am finished. But externally, you may still pose as a very great devotee. So subtle Maya, puja, labha, pratishtha, like that. It is not that you fall down to sense gratification. That is a very beginning level. You may think I have overcome all kinds of sense pleasures, but you may still be trapped by your false ego. Puja, labha, pratishtha. You may think I am a great devotee. I am a great servant of Prabhupada. I have achieved so much for iskcon. You may start taking credit for yourself. Instead of giving everything to your spiritual master and parampara, you may keep a little for yourself, and that may destroy you. Prabhupada said, for example, money, what you collect for iskcon, 1 paisa, if it mixes with your personal funds, your spiritual life can be finished. Because the money that comes to iskcon, it comes with sin. Money is earned by sin. In modern world, people's money is earned with sin. So they donate it to iskcon. And you take 1 paisa for yourself, even unknowingly, unwittingly, your spiritual life will be destroyed. That sin will come to you. Not only the money. You are seeing only the money, but the sin is coming and sitting on your head. Karma ghost. That will come and sit on you. And that will ruin your spiritual life. For such a small benefit, you are losing something very great. That is how subtly Maya will work. Very, very subtly Maya will work. And you won't even know that it is Maya. You will think it is Krishna. You will think Krishna is talking to me when actually Maya is talking to you. So very, very dangerous. That's why I am saying chant, chant, chant. Prabhupada will quote this. I am saying chant, chant, chant. But some people are saying, I can't. This is a problem. Prabhupada has reduced it from 64 to 16, but still we are having trouble. Prabhupada reduced it for American devotees, not for Indian devotees, honestly speaking. Because Americans, we know what kind of life. They break the 4 regulative principles as a routine. They don't know what is austerity. They have grown up in great wealth and opulence and sense gratification. For them, money means sense gratification. How to teach them austerity, tapasya? How to tell them to stay away from sex? Impossible. So they are very distracted people. For them, Prabhupada made this concession. But Prabhupada was so kind, he extended that to Indians also. But actually, many people say, even today, that no, we Indians should be chanting more. We don't have that kind of distractions what the Americans had. We should be able to dedicate ourselves more. Prabhupada is an Indian. He is from our culture. This is part of our blood. So we should be able to chant more. That's what they say. But unfortunately, the Western influence is very much there on India now. It is growing by the day. So we should be extremely careful to defend, protect ourselves so that we can protect others. So subtle Maya, very, very subtly it will work. Maybe we'll discuss examples in a future time because we don't have time. So Prabhupada says politics has entered. So these things I already discussed. Okay. And Prabhupada is asking, please work together. Don't have personal ambition. Please note down, mark these words. Work together. Don't work alone. Work together. Together means humble. Subordinate your personal interest. Have a common goal. Work for the goal. No credit to yourself. All credit to Guru. You work as a team without any personal ambition. As per Shastra, spiritual master is not an ordinary man. He is a superhuman man. We are on the battlefield. We should take courage to fight with Maya. Our life is short. So why to run after these petty pleasures? Why Prabhupada is saying our life is short? Anytime we will die. But why run after prestige and power and position? This is all for the body. Body will die. Our movement is not for satisfying someone's petty personal ambitions, but it is a serious movement for the whole world. Okay. So again, Prabhupada is leaving now from LA to the airport to eventually go to India. And only few devotees are following him. Prabhupada says, where are the others? Oh, temple management told that others need not go. Prabhupada again became angry. Spiritual master is leaving. It is the order that when a spiritual master is leaving, you should follow him as far as possible until he disappears from your sight. Prabhupada quoted Shastra. Then everybody joined, they all came to the airport. At the airport, Prabhupada said, if you follow this schedule, what I have given to you, Maya will not attack you. Whatever I have given you, temple worship, morning program, chanting program, everything, if you strictly follow, Maya will not attack. Just imagine, in Kali Yuga, Maya will not attack you. That is the protection that chanting will give you. We have to chant. Ultimately, this is about Mayavad. I think some of you have to chant rounds, so I will not take up more time. It's already 7:30. Maybe we'll take up these things next week. How Prabhupada equated disrespect to the Guru with Mayavad, impersonalism. When you are impersonal, you disrespect your Guru. We will explain that in the next class. Thank you very much for joining. Forgive me for strong words. I am not qualified to speak these strong words because I am myself a very weak devotee. But sometimes I feel that we have to talk like this to each other so that even if somebody is challenged in spiritual life, they will be pulled up. That is the only reason. Otherwise, please forgive me for my hot words. It is not meant to hurt. In whatever little way it will help you, I'll be very glad. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai. Nityanand Prabhu, I think I am seeing you after a long, long time. How is your Bhakti Shastri going?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. It is slightly disturbed. My wife had to undergo knee replacement surgery. I was with her in the hospital, and I'm now at home also. We're staying with her daughter, taking care of her.
Okay. In Chennai only?
Yes, Prabhuji, Chennai. Mayot Hospital.
Mayot Hospital.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
And how is your Bhakti Shastri going?
Somewhat disturbed now, Prabhuji. While in the hospital, I could not do it. Now I'm trying to continue, Prabhuji. I started now.
No problem, Prabhu. But please don't miss out on your chanting.
Yes, Prabhuji. I'm trying to continue, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandat pranams. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We need some harsh words like this once in a while, Prabhuji, for us to improve.
So,
Definitely.
no more harsh words for another 4 or 5 weeks.
No, Prabhuji. We really need this once in a while, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Lot of valuable messages today, Prabhuji, to contemplate and meditate upon. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. This dose will go for another 1 week, Prabhuji. Again, we should by next week again you will pull us up, Prabhuji. This is actually really very good in our spiritual progress.
Honestly, I know all of you are having many challenges in your life, and there are many difficulties in pursuing spiritual life. I know this is Kali Yuga. So, but despite all that, we have to do this. Otherwise, we will get one more life. Same place we'll be born again and again. And we have to struggle with the same problems. These problems won't go away. Unless we chant, unless we advance spiritually, these problems won't go away. Sometimes we think, no, let the problems go away, then I will chant. I have other mechanisms to overcome my problems. But no, this is Maya. Subtlety of Maya. Maya will say, no, we will solve this problem. Then we will chant nicely. Till that time, keep the bead bag inside the cupboard. We will come back after some time. But when that time will come, there will be always, like they give the example of someone went to the ocean to take bath, but he waited for the waves to stop. When the waves stop, I will go and take a dip. So he's still standing on the shore of the ocean, never entered the ocean. So like that, our spiritual life cannot be compromised at any cost. This is the most important message. Whatever you have to do, see, we have to improvise, but ultimate goal is my spiritual life is important for me. Not only for you, it is not selfish, it is for your whole family. If you do your spiritual life nicely, it will benefit the whole family. There is nothing better you can do for the family than becoming a nice devotee. 21 generations are saved by the Lord. Narasimhadev tells Prahlad, why you are worrying about your father? I have saved your 21 generations because you became such a nice devotee. So Let us try to become a devotee. That is the best thing we can do for our children, our parents, our elders. We worry about them, right? But by worrying, what we can do? We are bound hand and foot. How we can help somebody who are also bound? You cannot release someone until you are released first. So for that, we need the association, we need chanting and other things. So thank you. Hare Krishna. See you again next week.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandat.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pranams.
Hare Krishna.